Hey everyone, how y'all doing? So today I thought we'd go over my EDC fixed blades, the ones that I will carry on any given day. I have 10 knives laid out, and like I said, I do carry these quite often and go over these kind of fast because there's 10 of them, so I won't spend too much time on any one. And in no particular order, I guess. The last two are actually my newest ones, but that's about it. Yeah, start out. First one, I guess, be the C.A.T. John Graham Razzle Chisel. This is a pretty cool knife. Chisel ground. It's flat on this side. The bevel's only on one side. Super sharp. Now, I bought this to carry working around the house, doing stuff. If I need to chisel something or scrape something, I bought this, but I EDC'd it quite a while, and I tell you, it's a pretty useful knife. It works good, works fine as an EDC fixed blade. This point right here, really nice making utility cuts. I've done a little bit of scraping and stuff with it. It just comes in handy. The knife itself is 8CR 13 MOV steel. Not high-end steel by any means, but it's working good. It's holding an edge good. It's 5.31 inches overall length with a 2.25-inch blade this way. Then you have this end, which is like 3/4 of an inch maybe. Got good jimping up here. For a skeletonized knife, it's pretty comfortable in hand. I added this little lanyard on the end just for a little extra to grip onto. And comes with a polymer sheath, which works good. It's pretty cool actually. Has a belt clip on it. So when I carry this, I carry it in my pocket and has good retention. Kind of has two spots. The first click, it's in there. It's not going to come out, but it's easier to pull out. Push it all the way in. That thing really clicks in. Hardly even rattles at all, if any. But it is a little harder to pull out. When it's in your pocket, you'll pull the whole thing out. So that's why I have that little lanyard, something to grab onto. Then I can push off my thumb. And yeah, pretty cool. Like I said, it worked out better as an EDC knife than I thought it would. I thought it was just going to be, doing stuff around the house. I need something like a chisel. But yeah, C.A.T. John Graham Razzle Chisel knife. And this runs around $35. Moving on to probably one of the largest, heaviest, most expensive EDC knives I have. And that would be the Tops C.A.T. C.A.T., which stands for Covert Anti-Terrorism. This is just a cool knife. 1095 high carbon steel, 7.25 inches overall length, 3.25 inch blade. It's pretty thick at 0.16. Good ergos on this thing. G10 scales with the Rocky Mountain bullseye pattern. I dig that. Got good purchase on this thing. I get a full 4-finger grip. And even though this has finger grooves, they fit me good. Otherwise, with the exception of the minimalist, I don't like all of this. But this one works excellent. No matter how you hold it. Even this way, it's okay. But yeah, like I said, probably the most expensive one, around $108 right now. And it's pretty heavy, this all together. I can't remember what it weighs. we could probably weigh it real fast because it is chunky. I know I had this on my belt, and I carry it horizontal on the front, 7.8 ounces altogether with a sheath. And speaking of the sheath is excellent. Kydex, good retention on this. Has tops spring clip that rotates 360 degrees so you can carry it any position, horizontal, vertical, at an angle. It does not come off. You get a piece of paper saying do not remove the clip. So it's more right-handed carry. But yeah, this thing is a beast of a little knife. Definitely like it. I did mark the coating up, has tops traction coating. I did mar that up because I literally used this as a pry bar one time. But yeah, pretty awesome one. Okay, so the next one is a fairly new one to me. It is the C.A.T. Minimalist Katana. And I took the scales off that came with it, put these Titanium Flex scales, G10 scales, and it changes the whole dynamics of this knife. Being a longer blade, I thought it looked kind of funny with a minimalist handle, which I'll show you one. It'll be the next knife. But yeah, so I took those off, ended up stripping a screw, had to steal a screw from my minimalist cleaver, but I got it together. I like these. Pretty wicked blade on this. I added this little fob on the end just for, something a little extra. But yeah, pretty cool. It's longer, 6.63 inches. The blade is 3.56, so it's a longer blade. And it's got this compound grind in this part right here. It's just about exactly like the cleaver model. And then you have this extra point. Super slicey. This thing is slicey. Again, this has 8CR 13 MOV steel. I can deal with that. I can't remember how much this costs. Right around $30. Blade. It's not bad. It's 0.13 inches thick, but with this hollow grind, you got hollow grind here and more or less a flat grind up here on the tip. This thing is super slicey. Feels good in hand with these scales on it. The sheath, yeah, it's typical C.A.T. sheath. Decent retention, no rattle. Now I do not like the little clip that comes on a minimalist, and like I said, I'll show you on the next knife. So I stole a clip from my Outdoor Edge Leduc. You can see Outdoor Edge right there. This is the only thing I had that would fit the sheath because these holes are smaller, but pretty nice little plastic clip. So now I can get it on and off my belt without undoing my belt. And this rotates 360 degrees also. So you can vertical carry, horizontal, whatever. I think it's too big for a neck knife. But yeah, I stole that clip off the Leduc. Talk more about that when we get to it. But pretty awesome little knife. Like I said, super slicey. Got a nice little fine tip on it. Kind of pokey, stabby. But yeah, C.A.T. Minimalist Katana. And even with the original scales, it was good. But I like these. I'm glad I bought them with it when I bought the knife. Now the next one is another minimalist. This is the buoy blade, clip point, whatever you want to call it. This is a SMKW exclusive D2 steel, tan micarta handles, and these things are just awesome knives. Like I said, I don't like finger grooves in my handles so much unless it's on a minimalist, and they just work. It's like no matter how you hold it, they seem to work. Now you hold it like this, yeah, it's not that great, but small knife, most of the time you're gonna grab it like this, bam, done. Here's the little sheath to it, and here's the belt clip, belt loop, which I mentioned I didn't like, and I did not like it on this one, but yeah, I do carry this a lot, and I have carried this both as a neck knife and on my belt. Works excellent. I dig it for a little blade. I mean, the blade is 2.13 inches. It's 5.13 inches overall length. The total weight here is like 2.2 ounces. You forget you have it on your pocket, around your neck. It's even lighter, right, without the clip. Just an awesome little knife. And this is D2. Holds the edge excellent on this. I do carry this a lot. Like I said, both ways. I've carried a ton as a neck knife and on my belt. Okay, so the next one, get to it, is the Outdoor Edge Leduc. And you can see now I have a lanyard on it with a breakaway snap. I've been carrying this as a neck knife, and I have to say, I like carrying this as a neck knife. I have the lanyard where it just lays perfect, like gets my sternum. It doesn't print. Like I said, it came with this clip. I took it off, and I kind of wanted to carry it, so I decided to try it as a neck knife, and I had to say, I like this as a neck knife. It just might stay that way, but pretty unique handle and blade shape. You look at the handle, it's called the Leduc. Kind of looks like a duck's head. I think it's more of a goose head, but anyways, good ergos on this. Again, this is 8CR 13 MOV steel. It's holding up really, really well. Got great jimping up here. Has this little rubberized handle. I'm not sure exactly what it's made out of, but unique handle. 3 fingers fit in there just perfect. My pinky wraps right around the bill of the duck there. This part, really comfortable. That jimping's excellent. I do like this. Yeah, 8CR 13 MOV, black stonewash. Looks good with the black handle. 6.25 inches overall length. Got a 2.5 inch blade. Handle from here, how do they measure it? It says 3.75. Yeah, all the way out to here, because it just fits perfect in my hand. My pinky wraps around that. It is good and secured in my hand. It's not going to pull out. My hand's not going to go up or off the end. The sheath, polymer, works okay. Kind of friction fit right now. Then you have this little gate, little clip to put down, and that's the thickest part of the knife. And that does not print. That's not really an issue under your shirt. You can reach up You can pull it out, just pull it straight out, or kind of flick it with your thumb, open it with your thumb. I kind of like that, using it as a neck knife, just makes it feel like it's more secure, it's not going to come out. Lanyard hole, kind of looks like his eye. Again, these are not standard size holes. A regular tech lock or a soft loop, belt loop, the hardware does not fit. They're like the minimalist ones. I'm having trouble finding things to fit these. But yeah, the Outdoor Edge Leduc, I'm liking using it as a neck knife. Now when I carried on my belt with that clip, it was pretty good. I liked it, no problem. Handle kind of protruded out a little bit, but not too bad. And yeah, the Leduc, this thing runs around, it's less than 30 bucks, I think. So for less than 30 bucks, you get a pretty cool sheath actually, because it comes with that clip. It rotates. Or it's an awesome neck knife. So that's how I've been carrying it of late, because I stole the clip. Okay, so the next one is pretty cool. The Cold Steel Mini Pendleton Hunter. About 35 bucks. Got an overall length of 6.625 inches. Blade is 2.875. This is the AUS 10 version. They do have different steels in this. Right here, AUS 10, Taiwan, made in Taiwan. Handle is this Cray X rubberized handle that Cold Steel uses. Nice and grippy, comfortable. Got a little finger guard right here. Blade thickness on this little guy is 0.13. Full flat grind. Nice little EDC knife. The sheath, this is a different sheath. It came with their Secure X sheath, and I guess I could probably show it to you. Right here's the original sheath, which is okay, does the job. You have this little strap right here, which I found annoying, trying to get it re-snapped. Well, it's nice. You could get it on and off your belt while undoing your belt, but vertical carry only. So I bought a Kydex sheath. This is from RK Custom Kydex on Etsy, and it's made specifically for this knife. Works excellent. I had a tech lock on here. I finally put a soft loop, belt loop on here. I like that. That works good. But yeah, Cold Steel Mini Pendleton Hunter. The AUS 10 versions right around 38, 40 bucks. And I like this because it's a little longer. It's not as tall. Rides nice on my belt. Easy in, easy out. Doesn't really click in, but this thing is in there. It's not going to come out. I have no fear of that coming out. Pretty cool. So, Cold Steel Mini Pendleton Hunter, 40-ish bucks. Pretty awesome knife. Okay, the next one I really like, and is the Artisan Sea Snake Wharncliffe blade with Artisan's AR RPM 9 steel. This is designed by Mike Emler. Awesome Wharncliffe blade. Forward finger choil. It's big enough to actually use. Good jimping. Nice slicey. Flat grind. Has a pretty dainty tip on it. G10 scales. It's not thick at all, but it's comfortable. I get about 3 3/4 finger grip on a handle like this. choked up on the finger choil, full grip, awesome knife. I've cut some really heavy corrugated plastic with this. Went through that like nobody's business. Came with a nice Kydex sheath. Right out of the box, you get an awesome sheath for it. Doesn't come with any attachment items, you know. Kind of designed as a neck knife, which I tried. It works. I put the soft loop on here. I actually had two on. I took the one off, put on a mini Pendleton Hunter. They work okay, just fine with only one loop. But this is an awesome slicey fixed blade. You need something that will slice with a cute tip to poke. The sea snake is definitely it. Overall length of this is 6.75 inches. Good length for EDC carry. 3.125 inch blade. The total weight, as it is right here, it's like 3.1 ounces. Really not bad at all. Yeah, like I said, I've carried it as a neck knife when I first got it. It's okay. I like carrying this on my belt with the soft loop. Rides nice. Perfect. Check it out though. Check that blade. That is a wicked blade. And they come in different scale colors, different sheath colors. Just under 40 bucks. You can't beat this. Awesome. Okay, the next one, everyone, a lot of people have this, a lot of people EDC this, and it's one of the best EDC fixed blades, and that's the Essie Azula 1095 carbon steel. I got the scales on here, my card of scales. I put a little dingleberry on the end just to help get it out of the sheath because the handle's kind of short. Plus something to hold on to, just like on the minimalist. A little extra for your pinky to hold on to. But again, what can I say about the Azula? It's an awesome knife. A lot of people use the Azula as the EDC carry as a little bushcraft knife, survival knife. You know, it's small, fairly lightweight. Overall length of this is 6.25, blades 2.875, blade stock is 0.16, the thickest up here. Good ergos for such a little handle. I can get basically a full 4-finger grip. My pinky is kind of landing right in that big lanyard hole, but I can spread my fingers out now, use that little lanyard to hold on to. Awesome knife. This whole setup weighs about 3.6 ounces. Again, I bought a different sheath for it. Comes with this polymer sheath like this, and it has a clip you can mount to it either way, horizontal, vertical. But I bought a Kydex sheath from Armitage Carry, and again I got it through them, off from Etsy, and awesome sheath, works excellent, great retention. You got a nice little flare up to push off with your thumb. Came with one soft strap, so I carry it just like that on my belt. And yeah, what can I say about the Azula that hasn't been said before? And this is the original size, the shorter handle. The Azula 2 has a slightly longer handle. Either one will fit in the sheath. So check these guys out too. Armitage Carry and RK Customs, Custom Kydex. They make them also. But yeah, the Zula's definitely one I like to carry. Next one is a pretty awesome knife. Is the Buck 630 Pack Light 2.0 Hide Select. Long name. Awesome little skeletonized knife. These little micro scales on here. They're, polymer FRN something. I really like this one. I carry this every day when I got it until I got something different. This thing, what's this thing run? $40, $45, I don't know. It's not expensive. It's bucks 420 HC steel with Boss heat treat, drop point, hollow grind. The whole thing is stone washed. Like I said, it has these micro scales which actually add to it. They add a lot to this little knife. Otherwise, it's just a skeletonized knife. But these scales, thick enough that it feels like you're got a better grip on it. And if you're cutting like this, the way they're contoured, fingers laying right on there, nice. Got good jimping up here, jimping down here, jimping over here. Lanyard hole, nice and slicey. This thing came shaven sharp right out of the box. The sheath, you only get the sheath. You don't get the tech lock or anything. Sheath is okay, but it has issues. It's kind of unique sheath. Has the screw right here. You can tighten up the adjusted tension. I have it cranked right down. The knife does move a little bit in the sheath, and after a while, you'll notice this thing's really just flopping around in there. I have not had this thing come out of the sheath, but that's annoying to me, so I'm not real thrilled about the sheath. I'd like to find something different, but this is new for 2023, and I don't think anybody's making anything different for it. And I don't know how popular this thing will be outside of, being used as a hunting knife, because it's actually a Skinner. But man, this thing works great as an EDC knife. I love carrying it. Handle is longer, so the way I carry it, this does kind of stick out. The end of the handle sticks out a little bit, but easy to grab on, easy to pull out, feels good in hand. Yeah, but dimensions of this: 6.75 inches overall length, 2.75 inch blade. Blade stock is pretty thin at 0.10. Like I said, drop point, hollow grind. Handle itself is 4 inches long. You can see I wear extra large size gloves, full 4-finger grip on this thing. And like I said, these little scales, which are removable, add a lot to this knife, the way it feels in hand, especially if you're pinch gripping like this, doing utility cuts, or even like skinning. They help a lot. I like them. Whole thing, I added this tech lock, small tech lock that I don't even know. I think actually the tech lock came with a mini Pendleton Hunter, and I didn't use it because it was too small for my belt, so I had to sand this down here, make a groove here, you can see, and up here, so it fit my belt better. So I did that. I put it on this. That works great. But yeah, the Buck 630, right there's the number. Pack Light 2.0 Hide Select. They do have a Pro model S35E in steel, micarta micro scales, but I have no problem with Buck's 420 HC steel, the Boss heat treat. I mean, that's what the 110s and 112s and a lot of their knives are made out of. They know how to do it. But yeah, pretty awesome knife. And like I said, I can't remember how much. It's around 40-ish bucks. So check these out. They're new for 2023. Now, for the last one is an old model. I just learned about it from Stasa23. He did a short video on it. And I'm like, I gotta get it. And it was only $24.50. And it is the Real Steel Hunter 165. This is 12C27 steel. I like that. Awesome little knife, especially for 25 bucks. G10 handles with these grooves. You can get good traction on it. Good jimping up here. Nice flat ground drop point. Decent sharpening choil. Blade stock. Did I write down blade stock thickness? I guess I did not. We'll check that. Is 0.13. So you got plenty thick blade stock. Yeah, awesome. I'm really digging this one. This is my latest acquisition, and I didn't think I'd stop carrying that Buck until I got this. I'm really digging this one. Like I said, it's 1227 steel, stone washed, 6.5 inches overall length, 2.75 inch blade. Handle's 4.75 inches long. You have this finger groove up here. Get back in the screen. Fits my hand excellent. Full 4-finger grip. My pinky's kind of off on here, but feels okay. These G10 scales are nice. Comes with a polymer sheath that has excellent retention. That thing clicks in there, clicks out. The knife does not move hardly at all. There. I do it fast enough. I can get it rattling a little bit. No complaints about the sheath itself. Comes with a belt clip, belt loop. The only thing is you have to undo your belt, thread your belt through it like on a minimalist. It's plenty big enough. Actually comes with a little piece you can put in to close up the space for a smaller belt. My belt's too wide to use that, but it's not quite wide enough to fill that up, so it slides on my belt. But with that said, it works. It holds the knife in nice. Got a push off up here for your thumb. It has kind of jimping on it. That works nice. Scales, the hardware are hollowed out. Flathead screwdriver on this side. You can take those off. You can paracord wrap it, whatever. Use it just skeletonized. Awesome. I'm really digging this one. I've been carrying this for a while now, and I've been switching back and forth between these two. These two right now are my EDC fixed blades. But yeah, this is the last one. I guess that'll do it for this video. check some of these out. If I have time and I can find these things on Amazon, I'll put links in the description, but only if I have time to do all that. Otherwise, these are easy enough to find. This one, though, I can only find on Amazon. It's an old model, discontinued. Every place, it's sold out. Some of the knife dealers I did find it on, they want $40-50 for it, but $25 on Amazon, as long as they're available, I guess. Guess that'll do it for this video. Do the usual like, comment, subscribe, and until next video, bye.